pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call. I'm Bruce Ansel.
Scott Fisher.
Kimberly McMurray.
Jason Vanderveen.
All right, and John Crawford is excused. He had a work schedule change today. So, any public comment? All right, Volunteer Pension Board. I will open that. It's 11:02 a.m. We have the approval of the August 18 minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. We'll close the, unless Chief, is there anything else for the Volunteer Pension Board? All right, we'll close the meeting and open the regular Board of Commissioners meeting. The first item is the approval of the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent
So
agenda?
moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Sir, if I could,
Yes.
just a correction on the total revenue. If you look at your agenda, the comma's in the wrong spot. So the total revenue is 221,345.41.
345.41. So there's a 3 missing.
Yes.
Thank you. 221 345.41. All right, so I will, the consent agenda includes the meeting minutes from August 18th, staff reports, financial reports, and I will read the voucher amounts in. Direct deposit payroll, $418,096. Payroll taxes, $97,940.01. Benefits voucher, $223,656.83. Monthly expenditure voucher, $107,928.78. And again, the total revenue for August, $221,345.41. And the total expenditures for September, $847,526.58. Any other questions, comments? All in favor of approving the consent agenda?
So moved.
In favor? It's
Yes.
been moved and seconded.
Second. Aye.
Thank you. It's a unanimous. Commissioner meeting reports. Good job. You have any meetings?
I went to the Blaine City Council on Monday,
Okay.
and pretty standard meeting. They're talking about downtown revitalization and putting in a family care network, urgent care maybe, but just a lot of things they're talking about, mostly parks and cemeteries.
Development by chance?
Yeah, they didn't really go into that.
All right. Let's see. I think John went to the commissioners meeting last night. My understanding is that it was reported that the county executive is withholding the BLS payments to the fire districts for no given real reason, and that certainly impacts not only us, but a lot of the smaller jurisdictions that were depending on those over $5 million in excess funds. So I believe that there may be another chief commissioner meeting sometime next week. We're waiting to hear possibly next Wednesday to decide what sort of action we can take as the providers of that service to all of Whatcom County. So unfortunate that after almost 2 years of study and committee and recommendation and approval by the council, that the county executive has chosen to, I'll call it, hold hostage the BLS funds. Anyway, more to come on that. Contract negotiations. We had our first meet and greet, ground rules, and set up dates. And yesterday we completed our work on our contract proposal. So I think we meet, on the 20th is our first actual get off the ground and get going on the new contract. So Local 106 report.
Yeah, obviously contract negotiations, as you mentioned, so that went well, ground rules, and yeah, next meeting is the 20th, and we set up a couple more. We currently have the 4 recruits at North Bend. Looking forward to getting them on the floor. Just working lots of overtime. We're pre-scheduling again for October. So there's 70 firefighters openings currently and 28 officer opening. We have an active grievance that was supposed to have been dropped for the last meeting when the documents were released, but apparently we're going to mediation, so I'm sure there'll be more on that coming up. And that is all I really have at this time.
All right. So yeah, just so the rest of the board knows, so yesterday or the day before, we were notified that the personnel grievance has not been resolved, and the union has requested mediation on the issue. So we have responded that we are ready to do that and waiting for PERC to assign a mediator. And we'll probably have a little more discussion in executive session as to what all that means. Thank you. All right, unfinished business. The letter we sent to District 4 was delivered and read, and how did that get received at their meeting?
It was received well, as well as the letter with the deadline could be. It's a big project, they know it. So Commissioner Cooley and I are going to get together and work on a response for you, and just I guess it was more of a timeline for me as well to get working with Chief Hewitt on our public outreach, and then a decision from them coming from that. What they give them the information and let the board choose what they're going to do with it.
Okay. And there, I've heard a rumor that there's potentially a developer that may have some interest in moving
Yes.
this thing forward.
Yes, I don't think it's been done. I don't know if it's been done officially or not yet, but the city of Bellingham, or an agent of the city of Bellingham, has informed Mr. Geyer, who is the developer of the Northern Heights area, that they have no interest in annexation while District 4 is in such a state of flux. And so they will not be moving forward with any sort of annexation until District 4, until the fire service is sorted out and it becomes a solvent, organization, agency. So that Mr. Geyer has indicated that he would like to work with the District 4 board or work with District 4 to help pass a levy, the next levy that they run. Currently, there's no plans to run a levy, but obviously that's going to happen in the near future, I would expect. And Mr. Geyer said he would be willing to marshal his forces to make sure that that passes. So we'll see.
So maybe as the word gets out that we cannot continue to provide the level of service that we would like to with the resources we have, these developments may be impacted to a point where something has to get done. I would hope. We can't continue on the road we're on. Mr. Deputy Fire Marshal, you have the floor.
I handed each one of you an update for the estimated number of planned residential units in the Williamsburg area. The ones with the question marks on the right, I took the dates out because those have not had any movement in the last 90 days. So some of those projects may not be going through at all. The ones that are highlighted in yellow are two new ones that came in this last month. Horizon Division 2 tracks Q through T, a total of 164 units. Those will be a combination of 3 and 4 unit townhomes. They're going through planning right now. Also, right next to the Birch Bay Station, 63, just to the east of it, is 5 buildings, 3-story buildings, totaling about 84 apartments, 84 units, apartment buildings.
I was kind of hoping they'd build a school there, but
Yeah, well, they're planning on
Build a station there.
apartments, and it sounds
I
like
know
they
we
got.
build a fire station there.
well, trade.
And it sounds like they're pushing at him pretty hard. Like they're
Oh.
they're encouraging, the county to pass everything. They want to do this.
They got an intersection issue there, don't they?
They're working on that.
Okay.
Yeah. It sounds like Blaine Road and Birch Bay, they're planning on putting a roundabout in there. And that's in the coming soon. it sounds like.
Yeah, coming soon. It's interesting you talk to long-term residents here who have heard of all of these plans for fixing things in the areas, and none of them have come to fruition. So, hopefully, maybe they can get one of these done.
None of the infrastructure gets fixed. Buildings go up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Yes, everything that supports it is kind of. Well, we'll get
They're not in the report that I sent with the chief's report, so a few things there. For the concurrency letters, those have kind of slowed down. I only did 2 documents for 16 single-family units, so we're still collecting a little bit there. Blaine City Council meetings have attended, like Kim was mentioning, and there are still negotiations with the family care unit to try to get a medical facility here in Blaine at some point, which will probably increase our call volume a little bit. We tend to respond to those in their emergencies. People walk in with, chest pain.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's about all I have.
Okay. Have you noticed any sort of change in pace in development at all? I mean,
It has slowed down a little bit as far as the submissions, from the engineers. East Blaine is still progressing. In fact, they're in negotiations right now with Public Works. I'm going to be attending a meeting, not next week, but the following week, for new wells, storage tanks, and a layout for the water supply for East Blaine, clear out to Valley View Road. And that'll be the Grandest Pond
mhm.
and the Martin property.
Okay. So 682 units.
Yeah,
That's really what's holding that up, isn't it?
it is, yes. Yeah, because there's not enough water out there. They can't supply water to it. If they were to go off the current system, they'd have to sprinkler every home out there. And they're trying to avoid that.
If there's no water, how do you sprinkler every home?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, if they have enough to supply for the sprinkler systems, but they would have to put pumps and storage tanks in each home
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
to be able to do that, which the cost goes up tremendously. So
Sure.
the developers are willing to put in storage tanks and work with the city with putting new wells in.
Yeehaw. All right. Any questions? Thank you. Being here and monitoring all that. Hopefully we can stay in front of it. WSRB, anything new there?
No, actually, I've dropped the ball on that one. I haven't really kept up on that, so
Okay.
I'll reach out and see.
All right. Apparatus, is that Chief Ward here?
Finally got our final number.
Okay.
From True North
Mhm.
on our next engine purchase.
Yep.
It's $844,103, about 100 and some odd $1,000 more than what we paid last time. But in looking at other departments that have purchased this year, it's right in line with everybody else that's purchasing. In fact, it's lower than what Bellingham, if they were to purchase their latest Pierce, would have paid. They would have paid real close to $900,000 for an engine, just because of the inflation rate that's at right now. I am asking the board to make approval for option one of the request for the purchase, and that would be to the tune of $822,890. That gives us a $25,000 savings to purchase that new engine. It puts the money up front, but does give us a significant savings on the tail end to purchase equipment.
And the build out time on this is what?
They have not given us a full date, at least 400 plus days.
It'll be a model year 2024.
There's no question about that one.
So just, if I could, just
Sure.
fill in. So when we got the preliminary numbers that we told you about a couple months ago, what Chief Ward did was go out to, so then we had a bid essentially from our sole source that we've been using. We asked Bellingham, what was your latest purchase with updated numbers? And then we also actually went out and got, I wouldn't say a full bid, but we built out an engine with a third manufacturer.
Sure.
Just to make sure that we were in line with what like the industry standard is. What we're purchasing, or what we're asking to purchase is, I wouldn't say scaled down, but we've cut some things off of, it's a copy of the last engine we bought with a couple things that we've discovered aren't necessary, or with the approval of the crews on the line, not Chief Ward and I, with the apparatus committee saying, you know what, we could do this to save a few bucks here and there. Okay? So we believe that this is a fair number and the best we're going to get. In order to continue with our apparatus maintenance program to keep marching these things out, unfortunately, we need to buy another engine. We need to get another engine on the line.
Yep.
So
this money would come out of?
Well, what we're asking to do is similar to last time, come out of capital apparatus. When we get our October disbursement, based on what revenue we've brought in through transports and other, small things, it looks like we're going to be putting about $2 million into savings. So we would take some of that money, put it back into capital apparatus to bring it back up to $1 million, which is where we leave it, and the rest of it would go into unrestricted reserves. So we actually have, I would say we have cash on hand now, but I'd like to continue with coming out of capital apparatus and then making the other transfer from working cash to unrestricted reserves later. Once we get our.
So we're going to draw down our apparatus fund and then replenish it. Is
Correct.
Basically what we're
So
saying.
our capital apparatus fund right now is $1,065,000, $1,065,752.
All right. So, any comments from the board about we need a new engine? This is the going rate. Any questions or comments or objections or angst or sticker shock?
Sticker shock.
What was the turnaround?
400,
18 months.
yeah, a year and a half. So, yeah, and if the things are going the way they are, this will probably be over $1 million by the time that, if you were to pay for it then, I would think. But anyway, all right. So you are asking for us to approve option 1,
Yes, sir.
which is to prepay $822,890, resulting in a $25,645 discount. So I will entertain a motion to authorize the fire chief to make that prepayment to True North Emergency Equipment. Is that in the amount of $822,890 when necessary? Do we have an idea when that?
I would assume it would be the next 20, 30 days,
Okay.
probably sooner, knowing that there's a check.
Yeah.
Probably here
They,
tomorrow.
they,
Yeah.
they know there wouldn't be a check until next month, so, signing the document isn't as
Yeah.
pressing right now. As long as, we've got it in minutes that it's been approved, then it's pretty well.
All right. So is there a motion to authorize the chief to exercise option 1?
So,
Any further discussion? All in favor?
aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Any other old business? Unfinished business, I guess. New business, a resolution 2022-09, cancellation of another warrant. So, well, let's start. Is there a motion to approve resolution 2022-09?
So moved.
Moved and seconded. Okay, discussion. So this was a $634.22 check to Great American Financial Services Corporation. We believe that the check was lost. This is kind of a hot button of mine that we continue to write paper checks and put them in the mail. And so I would like us as a board, chief, to work hard in moving us from paper checks to electronic fund transfer. Is anyone opposed to that? I haven't lost a check in a long time. Is it doable?
I believe it is.
Okay.
And I welcome the direction.
Okay. So, is anyone else got any objection to doing that? I mean, what's our stack? How many checks do we write? I know the stack's about this thick because I've signed them.
Hundreds a week, hundreds a month.
Hundreds of, it's gonna be over 100 a month.
Do you know Benita's feeling on it, or?
She doesn't like it. She does not
Paper?
like electronic
Oh,
transfers.
okay.
No. We did one once and it didn't work out very well.
And that was also due to a situation that happened. It was not a direct transfer from bank to bank.
It was
It was
more complicated than it had to be. And I think it kind of soured some people's feelings on it. I know that I realize that municipal finance and home finance is different. I know we do almost everything online and without problems. Nita's actually at a conference right now for Springbrook, which is our accounting software company. And when she asked me what her punch list should be, EFTs were like, I want to know how to go to EFTs, because it's not just that we mail out checks, we lose a few a year, it seems like, but it's 60 cents every time we mail one, plus however much we pay for the envelope, plus staff time to sit there and stuff the envelopes and make copies and pull the things off, and when it's already all in the computer. And
Printing the checks.
printing the checks.
and the checks themselves.
The checks themselves,
So whatever it would cost to switch to electronic funds transfer, we're probably more than paying for.
I can't imagine that it would cost more to do EFTs than it would to.
Yeah.
Right, cut paper checks for multiple vendors and for me, just
The staff time.
well, it's, when we're talking about like payroll and benefits and retirement, we're putting $100,000 checks in the mail.
Yeah.
So I think there's got to be a vessel for us to make this better. So
All right.
Well, and I know our bank also for business checks is only allowing 20 a year now, and every check after the 20 is another 60 cents for them to process paper checks. And I know for our business, so I don't know what.
So no, I welcome the.
All right. So is the board okay with directing the fire chief to try to move us towards electronic fund transfer, or maybe by the end of the year?
Yeah.
Or as soon as possible?
By the end of the year, I'm happy with that. If it can't be done, I'll come back and let you know why and give you a date. But,
Okay.
But I think that's 4 months, right? 3-4 months. That's a reasonable amount of time.
Okay. So with that, of course, I've sort of interjected a sidebar into the resolution, but I thought it was germane to the subject. So canceling the warrant, I assume then we reissue that or
Yes.
have already, whatever.
She will.
Okay. So all in favor of resolution 2022-09?
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you. Policies and procedures, we have a job description for a division chief of operation. Has this gone through legal? Did Richard Davis see this yet?
It has not, but the only thing that was changed from any of the other job descriptions that you've seen are the essential functions, the job requirements, all the I guess the legal parameters around it stay the same. Nothing's been touched.
Okay.
So that they're,
I like this new format. It's so much cleaner to read and follow. Thank you for doing that. Does anyone have any comments or issues with the job description? Okay. I guess, is there a motion to approve then?
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. I don't know if this has to be reviewed by,
I'll send it to him just to be sure. But I can't imagine. Like I said, nothing changed as far as
yeah, I mean,
the legal pieces, the parts that could have legal implications, like the physical demands, certs and licenses, work environment, special requirements, have all been reviewed by legal previously. The only thing we changed was the essential functions. That's it.
Okay.
Honestly, because as far as division chiefs go, the chief boards and for this one is the same.
okay. I'll leave it up to you to decide how best to move forward. Thank you. Correspondence. We had the house fire fatality. How is the aftermath of that going?
We haven't had any.
No issues with crews or problems or,
The crews, yeah, we've
all right, probably due to the nature of
correct.
the cause
Yep.
lessens the stress. The H Street properties, I'm assuming those are the two that you talked about earlier. It was council approves annexing 2 H Street properties. That was in the Northern Light.
This is a little bit different. It's a very small chunk right off of H Street.
Okay.
It was just, it seemed newsworthy. We've been talking about development annexations.
Yeah.
So we put it in there.
All right. Okay. Thank you for continuing to push out the newsletter, Jenny.
I know. Thank you, Jenny.
Um,
It was a lot. A lot of info.
hopefully we're getting people viewing that. Board meeting attendance, October the 20th. I think the reason why John couldn't make today was just because there was a scheduled change at the school. This normally works for him, and so we're okay. So,
There's some beginning of the year early releases.
Yes, I believe that.
So they can have open houses and
so the 20th, 11 a.m. here, I will be in Arizona for a medical thing with my sister, but I can go Zoom.
Okay.
You go okay? You're okay on the 20th, sir? October 20?
Yes.
Okay. We'll just confirm with John and we're good to go. Next meeting, agenda items. Are we carrying over? October 20th, we probably, well, if there's a District 4 update,
we
you,
have
s-
an
s- go ahead.
introduction of our new commissioner.
Ah, yes. New commissioner, you can swear that person in ahead of time. Do we have to do one formally in the meeting then? So we just welcome our new commissioner, which hopefully we'll be making a decision today, before we end the meeting. WSRB, do we have anything that you see on the horizon, Joel, on your end for next month?
I will be in conference down in Chelan
Okay,
for the next meeting.
all right, so we leave him off on the next meeting. Apparatus is okay, we're done there.
Feel this reimbursement.
Yeah, thanks. Maybe a report on that.
And then maybe the operations chief.
Well, I was just gonna ask you about that. Now that we have a job description, what's our plan? Are we gonna advertise for that?
We're gonna post it tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. All right. Not soon enough? Very good. All right. I think that's it. Am I missing anything else? October, do we need to set a budget meeting? Probably should talk about budget at some point.
Yes, I will. Jenny will query the board. Maybe we'll get a few dates for a budget study session together
No,
in late October, early November. Once we get, I'd like to get insurance numbers and some other stuff like that.
Yep. All right. Yeah, that's coming up fast. Everything comes up fast now. And then we have an executive session for two reasons. RCW 42.30.110 subsection G to evaluate the qualifications of an applicant for public employment or to review the performance of a public employee. And secondly, RCW 42.30.110 subsection H to evaluate the qualifications of a candidate for appointment to elective office. However, any interview of such candidate and final action appointing a candidate to elective office shall be in a meeting open to the public. Okay, so we intend to appoint our 5th commissioner to the board after executive session. So we will break. It's 11:36. How much time would you like? All right, welcome back. It's 12:01 PM. We're out of executive session, and our next order of business is to nominate and appoint a interim fire commissioner. So I am going to ask Commissioner McMurray to share with us the committee who interviewed the three candidates, what their recommendation is.
I would like to recommend Matthew Rigberg for the position, the open position.
Okay. So this commissioner would fulfill position number 4 with the term ending November 27 of 2023. And the expectation would be that the commissioner would be sworn in at the administrative office before our next meeting, so that we can hit the ground running. So with your recommendation, or yeah, I guess you could put it in the form of a motion to nominate or to appoint him.
I make a motion that we extend the offer to Matthew Rigberg for our open position, Commissioner number 4.
So moved.
Seconded? It's moved. It's seconded.
Second.
Any discussion? Thank you for taking the time to do those interviews. My understanding was all three candidates were very qualified.
Extremely qualified. It was a tough decision.
All right. But I look forward to filling out our board. So it's been moved and seconded. All in favor of appointing Matthew Rigberg to position number 4?
Aye.
It's unanimous. And just for the record, Commissioner Crawford weighed in as well, although he's not here at the meeting, and he was in favor of that candidate as well. All right, thank you. We've got documents to sign. Anything else? Any other business before the board? Okay, hearing and seeing none, I'll accept the motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
12:03, we're adjourned. Thank you.